At 5:17 in the morning, the line is moving in Siston, Leicestershire, and 12,000 pies an hour slide under a depositor. The box beside the line says water, then wheat flour, then margarine, and beef is fourth at 8%. The front of the same box says steak pie in gold. You paid £1.65 and trusted the front, but the back tells the truth. Go back to 1972, when a pork pie from this town was half pork and juice ran when you cut it. Today that same shape holds more water than meat. That gap between label and filling has a factory name. Workers call it the meat gap. You cannot taste it until you know to look. Think of tea in 1970, when the pie came out in a tin and steam burned your thumb. Pastry cracked, gravy pooled on the plate, and meat filled every bite. That memory is real and your brain still replays it, so the label still works. The tin looks identical and the font has not changed since the 70s, but the name is older. In 1786, a butcher opened a stall in St. James's Market and built a reputation for fine cuts. By 1812, he held a royal appointment as purveyor of pork to the Prince of Wales. His name was Richard Wall. You still buy that name in the freezer, but you do not buy his recipe anymore. The tin stayed while the meat left quietly. The best example sits on the Halfcroft in Siston, where the family on box is not there at 5 a.m., but the tanker is. Flour arrives by tanker, palm oil by tanker, and beef arrives frozen in a small block. Put the tankers next to the block. The factory does not bake, it extrudes, and a nozzle pipes gray slurry into shells. Modified maize starch thickens it, water bulks it, and salt with flavor enhancer makes you think there is meat. In the year to March 2024, that site turned over more than 50 million pounds. That year, its minced beef and onion was 21% beef. Its beef and vegetable puff was 8% beef, potato 4.5, carrot 3, swede 1.5, and peas 1.5. 8% is 2 mouthfuls in a whole pie, spread thin across pastry and gravy. You eat a vegetable pie that says beef. You tell yourself meat got dear, so pie's thinned, and it feels true. Between 2020 and 2024, beef wholesale nearly doubled, with a kilo going from about 6 pounds to over 11. So of course pies shrank, and that story lets every brand off, but it is also wrong. Do the maths. Keeping beef at half the filling would add about 30 pence, while water and starch adds pennies. A 19% supermarket steak pie sells for £1.65, while a butcher's butter pastry pie at 40% sells for £3.50. The gap is not beef cost, it is shelf life. A factory pie lives 9 days on the shelf, a butcher's pie lives 2. Water and starch keep pastry soft without going stale, let a lorry drive further, and let a shop throw less away. The factory bets you will not do that some in the aisle, hungry and hurried, with a basket in your hand. Turn any cheap box over and read the first 3 lines, because ingredients are listed by weight. First means most, and last means least. In a real pie, beef is first or second, but in a machine pie, water is first. Holland's potato and meat pie lists water, then flour, then potatoes, 22%, then beef 10%, and that 10% is the meat. Holland's minced beef and onion family pie is 12% beef with water first. Iceland's Tasty Foods minced steak and onion is 18% minced steak hidden inside gravy of water, flour, and monosodium glutamate. Frey Bento's Just Chicken lists water first, then chicken 21%, then palm oil and maize starch. Frey Bento's steak and gravy is beef 25%, but mostly gravy. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Potato starch is the sponge, so you add water, add starch to hold the water, and add onion powder and yeast extract so the water tastes savory. Look at one pucka puff with palm margarine, beef 8%, potato 4.5, carrot 3, and swede 1.5. And you bought beef but got veg, water, and fat. Now taste it and ask why 8% still tastes beefy. Because the answer is chemistry. Nearly every cheap pie lists flavor enhancer monosodium glutamate. Pucka minced beef and onion lists it. Pucka peppered steak lists it. And Iceland minced steak lists it. MSG adds no meat but tricks your tongue into richness. Then fat, because every cheap shell uses palm and rapeseed margarine, not butter. Holland's lists palm and rapeseed. Frey Bentos lists palm, and Pucka lists palm and rapeseed. Palm is solid at room heat and keeps pastry shiny for days. Butter costs about 80 pence a block. Palm costs about 20, so the line picks palm. You get a base that looks clean but leaves a film on the roof of your mouth. Add caramelized sugar for color, garlic puree for depth, barley malt for sweet, and yeast extract for umami. Take Frey Bentos just chicken with chicken 21%, then palm oil, maize starch, chicken stock, and onion powder. You taste salt first and meat last in that cheap bite, if at all. You think paying more fixes it, but it often does not. The cleverest trick sits on the top shelf. A man started cooking in his kitchen in Somerset, then scaled into a factory on an estate, yet still markets as handmade by a chef. He is Charlie Bigham. His steak and ale pie is 33% beef, and a larger twin pack is 38%. Better than 8 and better than 10, so look closer. Palm oil again, with wheat flour, ale 9%, corn flour, rapeseed oil, molasses, and yeast extract. Meat is higher, but the toolkit is the same. Starch to thicken, extract to season, palm to laminate. It sells for £6 for 2, which is £3 each, or 4 times a Hollands. Is it better? Yes. Is it a butcher's pie? No. It is factory with a chef's photo, and the photo smiles while the side panel lists palm oil and starch quietly behind it. Who cares? It is only a pie. Feed your kids and do not be a snob. Fair. Pies are convenience, and if you want pure beef, buy steak. But a label that says steak should be mostly steak, and 8% beef should not be called beefsteak. Step out of that aisle and into Melton Mowbray Market, where the air smells of pork and pepper. A baker lifts a tray with no tin, and the walls bow out because he baked it freestanding. That is the rule. Inside is coarse-cut, uncured pork, pepper, salt, and a little stock jelly, with no starch and no palm. You can see the grain. Since 2009, that name has legal protection. To call itself Melton Mowbray, it must be at least 30% meat of the whole pie by European definition. It must be made within about 10 miles of the town. Most makers go to 40 or 50 because pork is the point. Make one at home with minced beef, onion, flour, butter, water, and salt. Brown the beef. Make gravy from juices. Rub butter into flour. Fill and bake. Cut it and juice runs clear then sets, while pastry flakes and does not bend. Shake the cheap pie and it jiggles like jelly. Shake the real one and it holds firm. That wobble tells you more than any gold letters on a tin. There is one blue box you have ignored for years. The firm behind it started in 1931 in Nottingham, baking pies for miners, and for decades it was the joke. Rusk, little pork. People called it sawdust. Then the bakers changed it. That box is Pork Farms. The brand manager said they were formulated to British pork, 32%, hot water crust with lard, no nitrites and no artificials. Not high next to a farm shop, but double some factory pies and pastry is lard, not palm. Taste it and you get pepper than meat, not starch. It costs £1.65 for 140 grams, the same as the water pies. Same price but different choice. Real pork does not cost too much. Keeping water first was a choice. If one Nottingham bakery fixed its recipe at the same price, the market leader could have two, but it chose not to, and that choice lived on your plate. Here is the 10-second check. Turn it over and read the first 3 ingredients. If water is first, put it back. If potato or modified starch is second, put it back. Look for the meat number, because under 25% you pay for gravy, over 30 is honest, and over 40 is a butcher's pie. Look for butter or lard, not palm margarine, and look for no MSG. A real label is short, with pork, flour, lard, water, salt, pepper, and stock. 11 years ago, I would have said trust the heritage name, but now trust the order on the back. Tomorrow you will be in that aisle again, hungry and hurried, and you will check. What will you still buy when you know water was first?